George Herriman's Krazy Kat Screencast, number 5. This is Comic Book Shaman here, and today we're looking at the Krazy Kat Sunday page from October 9th, 1927. This is kind of a cool page. The first panel, we have an illustrated work of art. Krazy Kat, perhaps a royal person is. She's holding a scepter of some sort. He's in a garden. There's a tree and a fountain and some sort of a U-shaped bench. A representation of a classic work, a Rembrandt per se. Next panel, we have Ignatz. He's making his way through the night, looking ahead, carrying a brick. In the background, we have the mesa with sort of it's kind of like a little logo or something on top there, almost like a Mason symbol or something, I don't know. And then there's the moon right up on top. It's very nice little composition here in an oval frame. And finally, across the top, we have a third painting of the brave Officer Pup, sort of poised as a explorer, a conqueror, upholder of right and justice in this world, also in a decorated frame. Zip, pow! Krazy's thinking about that little angel Ignatz, and he receives a brick right in the head. 3 old masters, an interlude, and something modern. And here we have Officer Pup making the arrest on the perpetrator Ignatz Mouse. And finally, the something modern is this sort of a landscape of the jail. There's the to the left there we have the victorious cop, Officer Pup, and over to the right we have Ignatz looking out in his little jail cell with the awning this time, and below is Krazy, with his sad refrain of Mariposa, Mariposa de lindos colores. I'm not sure what sort of dharma you can get out of this, other than it's sort of a parody of classic art, and maybe Herriman is kind of making fun of himself, just like comic strips being the low form of art, and here he depicts the high form, and there's his reason for being there, the cat being hit and the mouse being arrested, the interlude, so to speak. 3 masters and something modern.
We have to prepare the breakfast, Jack. Where's Rochester?
That's what I'd like to know. I let him have Friday night off. Here it is Sunday morning. He isn't back yet.
Maybe he ran away and got married.
That's what I thought, but I looked in his hope chest, and everything was there.
Rochester has a hope chest?
Well, it isn't exactly a hope chest. He won it from an undertaker and had no other use for it. Anyway, he couldn't have got married. I didn't give him his availability certificate. Come on, Mary, help me with the food.
Look, if you fellas will get out of my way, I'll have breakfast ready in no time.
Mary's right, fellas. Come on, let's go in the other room.
Oh, Jeeves, please serve some tea. 2 for these gentlemen and 1 for me.
Your order, sir, will be up in a minute. Do you want it straight or do you want something in it?
Rochester Van Jones, what are you doing here?
Mr. Falstaff gave me a job writing poems.
What?
Have you heard? Take that handkerchief out of my brother's mouth, officer. He can't go along with a gag.
No, I haven't. Besides, I'm not looking for a poet. I'm looking for a singer.
A singer? Well, why did you say so? I'll be seeing you in all your familiar places when you pay me higher wages all year through.
Rochester!
I'll find you in the morning.
Rochester!
And when the night is
Rochester! Now put that on. Come on.
Also today, there's a little time left, so I'm going to talk about another strip that I like. This is the very first Sunday strip for the strip Tales of the Green Beret. It starts with the author, Robin Moore. He's typing out his little report here. Subject, letter to the reader. On August 6, 1962, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson and his military aide, Colonel William B. Jackson, were in the West Indies attending Jamaica's independence celebration. I'm Robin Moore, and I had a personal request to make of these men. Few Americans knew about the guerrilla heroes who wear the green beret, fighting in the jungle of Southeast Asia and other trouble spots in the world. I nominated myself to be the committee of one to tell their story. Actually, two. Joe Kubert has drawn this, but But first, I needed to learn more about my subject. Encouraged by the Vice President and Colonel Jackson, I signed up as a civilian for training with the U.S. Special Forces at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I took the guerrilla warfare course and every bone-bruising, heart-pounding, muscle-straining day of it. I got my wings and chute emblem by becoming jump qualified. The training extended to political kidnapping, ambush, bridge and equipment destruction. But equal in importance to a Green Beret man is his basic knowledge of agriculture, bridge building, school construction, medicine, and road building. Months later, I graduated. Got the steely eyes and the green hat. I served with these men in Vietnam and a greater bunch I'll never meet. Tomorrow, you will meet newsman Chris Tower and Special Forces Sergeant Champ Benton. Through them, you will be in on the drama of the excitement of the Tales of the Green Beret. Robin Moore. Drawn by Joe Kubert. This Sunday appeared on April 10th, 1966. At that time, there were no more than 25 to 30,000 American troops in Vietnam. But Congress had just appropriated late the year before about $2.5 billion to escalate the war. The bombing of North Vietnam was going on. Operation Rolling Thunder, which kind of went on for like 3 years. I don't know what to make of this strip. Really, it's it's obviously propaganda of a sort. I guess it is what it is. There's some really fantastic artwork by Joe Kubert, and really the artwork on the strips that I have are just the color is just beautiful. I mean, they look really great. And the stories, the storyline went on in Vietnam for a while, but it kind of jumps around the world. It goes to Mexico and to Africa, and all over the places. And I think that it was trying to highlight these special forces units. Kind of the way they point to the SEALs now as being the elite. It's kind of a distraction. And I'm not sure if it's a disservice to the grunts who are doing the actual warfare. I don't know. I don't want to be political here. But the strip is Tales of the Green Beret, and it ran in the 60s. I don't think it. I don't know if it lasted out the war or not. I'll have to kind of check into that. Anyway, thanks for listening, and you can always find our little podcast at www.coconinobrickworks.blogspot.com, and there's a number of episodes up there, and hope you enjoy them and come back to see us next week, and have a good one.
Listen to your woman, but not closely.